Hello friends! For this week's project, I am making a skirt. I've been thinking about making a green corduroy skirt for a while, and so I finally found some fabric that looked really great on Etsy, but unfortunately I did not buy enough material for my skirt, which for some reason I thought 1.5 yards would be plenty, but I turned out it's a little bit short. So for the main part of the skirt, I'm using this beautiful green material, and for the end, or I should say the middle, I am also using a purple corduroy material. And then for the ruffle, I will be switching back to the green corduroy. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I think the green and the purple are just going to make a beautiful combination for a skirt, and the colors will go with a lot of the tops that I have. On the edges of the fabric, what I'm going to be doing is an overlock stitch. And this overlock stitch will prevent fraying and also add a little bit of structure to the edges of the fabric. For the pockets, I also did an overlock stitch along the edges, and in addition I also did a straight stitch all along the edge just for a little extra support. Personally, I know I'm going to be throwing in my phone and my keys, and it's my pockets need to be really sturdy, is what I've found with the usual wear and tear. So even though the overlock stitch is grabbing both sides of the fabric, I decided a straight stitch would give it a little extra support for the pockets. So that's what I did on both sets of the pockets, and I decided to do them in purple. Just because I was out of the green fabric, so I thought having a band of purple fabric along the skirt and also for the pockets would give it a little bit of color and a little interesting note as I'm matching it with different tops I'm gonna wear. And this is the band of purple that's going to go between the green fabric on top and the green ruffle out below. And I've already done the overlock stitch all along the sides. And on one side I've already sewn it together with a straight stitch. And that is what I'm going to be doing on this side as well. I am just starting to sew up the sides of the skirt, and what I have done is I have attached the pocket 3 inches from the top, which should give me a a little bit of space to turn down the material and add in the elastic when it's time to work on the waistband. And for the sides itself, I will just be using a straight stitch. Now that I've finished sewing up the sides of the main part of the skirt, what I'm going to be working on next is the middle layer. And what I did is a straight stitch to combine the sections together. There were 3 sections of this panel, and now what I'm going to be doing is sewing them to the main part of the skirt with another straight stitch. I've got the middle panel already sewn into the top part of the skirt, and now I'm going to be doing the same thing with the very bottom purple panel, and I'm just going to be doing a straight stitch. I'm just starting to work on the waistband, and I measured about 3/4 of an inch, and I will be using 1/2 inch of elastic, and I figured that'll be plenty of a little bit of room in the casing, so I can thread the elastic in after I'm done sewing it up. And I'm just going to be using the same stitch that I used in the other sections of the fabric, just a really simple straight stitch. And I'm leaving about 2 or 3 inches left open so I can thread in the elastic later. And what I typically do is I mark it with 2 pins on both sides, just as a really good visual reminder. threaded the elastic through the waistband, and I've done quite a lot of stitching just to make sure it doesn't come loose. I did stitching across twice, and I did a little bit of stitching on the sides as well, just to make sure it's going to be real secure. So the final step in the waistband is just to do a few more stitches across just to seal it in. For the hem, I've hemmed the bottom of the skirt up 1 inch, and I will be doing a whip stitch along the bottom. So here's the finished skirt, and I really love how the colors turned out. The purple and the green seem to work very well together, and the two green sections actually look like different colors. The green is going up and down on this panel, and it's going left to right on this panel. So when the light hits it, it actually looks like a different color, which is kind of an interesting aspect. And I also like how the pockets turned out. Having that little bit of purple in the pockets, I think makes for an interesting look. And I think all the colors flow very well together. So I'm very happy on how this turned out. I had my doubts about the colors and how they would look, but it looks like everything goes very well together.